funny story in any fashion.
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Because I heard a little something through the grapevine, but I don't know what happened.
So
that's why I called you to see if you were okay.
I know. And I was like, I'll tell you on the show.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to keep repeating this story. So on Thursday night, little date night. Me and wife, a little date night. We were going to meet our friends at Scopa.
Yeah.
So we're driving to the west side, and we're driving down there. We're off the 101, right by Encino. And my girl goes, "Oh, holy shit, babe, slow down, slow down." I go, "What?" She goes, "There's an accident up there. Look at that 18-wheeler." So the 18-wheeler's like this, like the front
jackknife,
like that, and then it's like this. So it's cutting off the two nearest lanes. We're like, "What the fuck?" So my guy would just go around. So we're going around, and there's a car just mangled, and there's a 7-year-old, a 6 or 7, because I have kids, right? There's like a 6 or 7-year-old on top of the car, like this, yelling for help. So I'm like, "Babe, oh, that's a fucking kid." And she's like, "Just keep going." I'm like, "No, it's a kid." And then he's pointing down. I look in, there's 2 other kids in the car. So I pull up. There's like debris everywhere. I pull up. I get out. I told my girl, I go, "Do not get out of the car. Stay here, because you know my family's CHP." And he says, "Never pull over an accident. It's too dangerous. Never ever pull over. People get fucked up all the time." But I thought because the 18-wheeler is blocking the lanes, we had some protection. So I get out. And I'm running towards the kids, and it's probably not close, because I had to go past all the debris and stuff, because the cars were hitting the debris and it's like flying everywhere. So I pulled pretty far up. So I'm running towards the mangled car, and I see a guy with no shoes on. He's in a wife beater, like kind of out of shape Mexican, running across the 101. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking, and then a Dodge Durango, probably going 60 miles an hour, whack, hits him. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on, man? And he's on the ground, like, rolling like this. I don't even think anything of him. I'm like, what in the fuck, man? So I'm just thinking about the kids. So I keep going, and that 18-wheeler where the car hit the gas. It hit the gas tank. So 18-wheelers have all the gas in the world. So there's a flow of gas as thick as this room flooding out. So my shoes, my jeans are all covered with gas because I'm running. So the gas is spread. So it smells so much like gas. I'm like, God, this isn't safe. In my head, I'm like, fuck, I have kids, man. I can't go out like this. But I'm thinking of those kids. That guy who got hit pops up and then crosses up the other lanes. But as he pops up, he looks at me and has this crazy look in his eyes. And I'm like, what in the fuck is up with that, man? I get to the car. The car's all fucking mangled. And there's one other guy there who's on the scene. Maybe it was the truck driver. I'm not sure, but me and him are the first on the scene. And there's 2 kids, and there's I'm going to try this without crying. There's a bigger kid, and he keeps going, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And I go, you're not going to die, buddy. You're not going to die. And I tell the guy, I'm like, back up. So I grab the door, and I'm trying to but it's mangled from the crash. So it's like intertwined with the car. So I'm like, back up. I'm trying to pull it down. I can't. So I go, we got to smash this window and get him through the window. So I break the window. We break some of the window out. It's already broke. I'm not like fucking Captain America. So I'm pulling all the shattered glass. I take the kid through. So the big kid, he's like out of shape, like kid who kept going out. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. His little brother, who's probably 2.5 or 3, I unbuckle him. I get him out of the car, and I look at the other guy, and I go, hey, is there anybody in the car? And he goes, I think there's one other person in the front. So I'm grabbing the kid, and I go, it's all right, bub, it's all right. And then I look, and in the front is a lady who passed away. Brain matter everywhere, blood everywhere. And the kid's going, mama, mama. And I go, Bubba, look at me. Look at me. Don't look over there. Because he was so young, it would have completely fucked him up. So I go, look at me. Don't look over there. Look at me. I look at there. I go, get a blanket, cover his mom. And there's a lady walks up. I don't know where she came from. And I go, take these 2 kids and run that way. Run away from the car. And she goes, well, I think it's better to go that way. I go, don't go that way, because the mom's there. They can't see the mom. Go that way. And so I sprint back. To my car. My girl's like, she's all freaking out, stuff like that. So I get in the car, and we're going. I have blood on my shirt and stuff like that. And so I was a little mad at myself for, putting my girl in that situation. Then I have kids. I'm like, man, what the fuck am I doing? And so I was a little mad. And then, my father-in-law was CHP. I call him and tell him, I'm like, I was the first on the scene, but I didn't stick around because it's so dangerous. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. But if you need any witnesses, I saw it all. And it was okay. We'll keep you posted. They're going to need your report.
But the little kid that was on the top of the car, what happened?
He was fine. He came around.
Okay.
And I kept telling him, I go, dude, you're a badass. You're such a badass, dude. You're so brave, man. I said, "You're so brave, dude. You're such a little badass, man. I'm so proud of you. I know you don't know me, but I'm so proud of you, dude. Because you're the reason I stopped and I got your brothers." I said, "I'm so fucking proud of you." So the lady who took the kids, and then, you know, get a call from the LAPD, CHP after that, give them whatever, everything I saw. I said, "What the fuck happened, man?" And they said, "That guy that you saw that get hit by the car that morning woke up, told his kids, we're all going to heaven today." And he got on Havenhurst to get on the 101 and went into traffic and decided he was going to kill the whole family and run into 18-wheeler. And so the driver of the 18-wheeler goes, "Yeah, I saw the car coming, and I veered right." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I veered right, and he veered right. I veered left, he veered left, and he just ran into me. Well, that fucking idiot, that dad who wanted to kill the whole family, obviously he didn't die. And then the kids didn't die. Just the mom died. Just the mom died. So I was like, "All right, we gotta do. I gotta do something." I can't sleep. Can't sleep. All I remember is that lady, man. Like, I've seen movies, and you think movies are
not until you see it.
until you fucking see it, man. I can't get out of my head, so I haven't been able to sleep. That's why, dude, your eyes are red. I can't sleep.
You look
I can't sleep.
I said that to you.
I keep thinking about the kids, and then a friend of mine sent me their GoFundMe because I was like, "We gotta do something to help these kids." Like, so this is the mom. So this is what on the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So and this is just for the funeral cost. They're trying to raise 30,000. They have 20,400 right now. So it says, on Thursday, August 12th, my niece Amy Garcia, who's 26, was killed in a wrong-way driving collision with a big rig on the 101 freeway in Encino. She leaves behind 4 beautiful children, all under the age of 8. She was a loving, caring mother. Unfortunately, she was a victim of domestic violence for many years. And yesterday, the aggressor fulfilled his objective and entered the freeway the wrong direction, intentionally killing my niece. Thank God the children are fine, but very traumatized. We're asking for help for burial expenses. Anything you can do to help us will be greatly appreciated. Rest in peace, my dear Amy. You will be terribly missed. So I reached out to the aunt because I'll help pay for the funeral. I told her I'll help pay for the funeral, but I'm going to help those kids out, man. How do you help the kids out? So I sent her an email, and hopefully she gets back to me on that. I don't know what you do. Like, think, and I was talking
an education fund of some kind.
Something. I was talking to our buddy
counseling.
Todd. I was talking to our buddy Todd about it. He's like, "Well, one thing to make you feel better, you got to feel like in that household, if the dad was that fucked up, where he wanted to kill that entire family and domestic abuse, those kids are so much better off without that dad. I mean, their mom, who knows what was going on there, but without that dad. So hopefully these kids, because they weren't going to have a shot to get from the jump with that shitty dad."
The question is, who raises them now,
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, he has an aunt. They have an aunt who's did this. Hopefully, they have grandma, grandpa.
And maybe help them out. Figure out a way to help them out.
Some way.
I don't know stand-up
what you
thing. Help them out, like, where you can raise a lot of money with just one show, and we can get a lot of people.
I can raise money for them.
Yeah.
I can do that.
And then maybe just to help out, because that's 4 extra kids in a household, right? So you want to keep the kids together under the same.
And the GoFundMe, I don't mind, but it's for the funeral cost, $30,000. But it's like,
that's one thing.
She's passed away, but it's like those kids are what we should be raising money for.
Yeah.
So that's in some way.
We
can donate to the GoFundMe there to hit their mark, and then hopefully I can figure out a way to get a hold of them.
You did a good thing, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank God you did it, because that you're not saying who was it who said that if not you, who, if not now, when. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's a very apt thing to ask yourself. And I don't know what happened to those kids. Maybe that gasoline would have got to them.
Or
maybe
the dad comes back.
Or the dad comes back, or whatever. But
I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known that dad was such a piece of shit. I wish I would have known that was going on.
Yeah, he'll be dealt with in his own way. That guy's got his own demons, obviously, and he's
real piece of shit.
Yeah.
But those kids, man. Those fucking kids.
And you're right, Brendan. You're right.
I'd like to think most listeners of this show would have done the same thing.
Well,
I think they would if you saw those kids.
Maybe just if you see
because
people
if I
that
was
really need help.
if I was in the same position, I'd hope somebody would fucking stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of times people don't.
No.
And because everybody says the same thing, don't get involved. But
yeah.
I'm a believer in, if you see somebody who's in trouble like that, I'm a big believer in helping people out. Because that's exactly why my parents are that way. My father was always that way. I've seen my father do things like that were similar when I was growing up. And I believe in that, man.
Well, imagine who knows how long that kid was just waving there. before someone, initially got.
Not long because it just happened.
Okay.
God damn, man. That'll fuck your whole year up.
Yeah. Heavy. Hopefully we can help them somehow.
Yeah.
Without just paying for the funeral,
That's a
Hopefully
crazy
those kids
story,
have a good
man.
family, yeah.
Yeah. I think that the like what you said is the silver lining is that monster no longer is monster is no longer in their life and never will be.
What a piece of shit.
Man.
Piece of fucking shit.
Crazy shit. Life is full of unpredictable movements and events.
I mean, my girl was mad at first because it was, I'll give it to her, it was super dangerous. There's debris flying everywhere. That guy gets hit by a car, he pops up. She's like, what if someone would happen to me? I'm like, I know. I said,
you're that kind of guy, though, dude.
But I told her, I said, would you rather be married to a guy who sees those kids stranded and keeps fucking going? I said, look at all these pussies passing us right now.
Listen, man, I've said it about...
Or when I parked the car there, there's some, by the time I came back, there's more people gathered there, and they go, do you think we should go over there and help? I'm like, 10 minutes ago, you fucking idiot.
What have I told you from the day I met you? You've always been the kind of person from I've seen this recently, this year and everything else, that you stand and fight. You're not a guy who shies from the challenge. So that is your role. And I think that's a very important role to take, and you should never escape from it. Yeah, it's risky. Yeah, some bad shit could have happened. But again, thank God you were there. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee those kids will see this someday and always be indebted. You saved their lives, man.
Yeah.
Rob,
Bravo,
you did a great job.
Sleep.
You did a great job. Yeah. And you'll have to deal with it.
It's a great job if we can raise money for those kids.
Well, we're going to.
This isn't about me being a badass. It's raising money for that family to give those kids. Dude, think about it. So those kids, the oldest, they said all under 8. Oh. So the oldest one's 8. So there's 8, 6, 4, and probably 2, and you have no mom or dad. So your starting line is way back there when everybody else up here.
That's right.
It's just not fair, and they had nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, they got dealt the hands of a shitty fucking dad.
Yes. So
the only regret I have is seeing that guy, not knowing what a piece of shit he is, and not fucking his world up, man.
Yeah. But then again,
that's the thing that keeps me up.
His world was already fucked up. He was willing to kill himself with his family. So whatever's going on with that guy, whatever demons is going on with him, he wanted to take that despair and that self-hatred. He hates himself more than you could ever hate himself. He was trying to kill himself. Mm-hmm. So that's a guy who, whatever's going on with him, he's obviously completely out of his fucking mind.
And then beat the mom nonstop.
Sure.
And I'm sure didn't stop with the mom. I'm sure those kids saw some.
I'm sure. So they were freed from that. But we'll do something. We'll do some shit.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I reached out to that aunt, so hopefully I emailed her last night. So hopefully you hear back.
Good. Yeah, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to see. I'm sorry about those kids.
Yeah, you think like all the shit you see, like the war movies. I'm into serial killer shit. I've seen all the docs. I read the books.
Not when you see it.
Dude.
Not when you see it. Not when you see those kids.
I knew right away. As soon as he's like, "There's one more," and I'm holding the kid. I looked down. Oh fuck.
Well, that's PTSD.
I said, get a blanket and cover the fucking mom, dude.
Yeah. You had the wherewithal to think that way. But, that's PTSD, man. That's sometimes it's helpful to talk to people or...
It's the first time I've been able to tell this story and not fucking just break down. Mm-hmm. Those fucking kids, man.
But that's worth breaking down over. Yeah. Some things in life I saw a shooting and I was depressed for 2 weeks and my friend said, hey, dude, some things in life bring you to your knees and they're supposed to. And they're supposed to. And you're supposed to lose sleep over it. You're supposed to. If you don't lose sleep over that, and if that doesn't fuck you up, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And sometimes the only way out is through and just to go through it and feel it.
But now think about this. If everyone wants to shit on cops and CHP and stuff like that, they deal with that every single fucking day.
Yeah.
So before you want to shit on cops and defund them and do all that shit, think about what they deal with every day so you don't have to deal with it.
So when you're doing 100 miles an hour on the highway...
When I told them about that, they're like, yeah, we had a similar thing happen. Like, this has happened before. Like, oh, dude, we have stories that you don't want to know. When I was like, oh, and I'm describing what the mom looked like and all this stuff going on, like, yeah, we've seen way worse.
Yeah, there's a picture of a fireman. This kid is terrified. The kid is 3 or 4, and parents got all messed up. And the kid was terrified because the accident was good, the loud noise. So the kid's terrified. And you see this fireman, this dude, He's got his shit off, and he's lying down with the kid with Happy Feet, the Penguin movie, on his phone, showing the kid, and just going, look at this, and just, I mean, what a fucking hero.
Yeah.
So you're right, man. They deal with that shit, you know. Just that's why when they pull you over and you've been doing 100 or you're texting and they don't
They've
have
seen
they
the
don't have a
worst
sense of
results of it.
humor,
Yeah.
and they're like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
And
that.
then I think about because I stopped to get gas. If I didn't stop and get gas, I would have passed it. I wouldn't have seen it. You know, like there's all these little things I go through. All of it.
Well, you were there. That kid was probably praying for something.
Yeah.
Kid was probably praying for someone like you.